All right, welcome back to the S&J Sports Talk Show. I'm your co-host Stanley.
I'm Jonathan. How's it going, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right.
Good. That's what's up.
Yeah. We just got done watching this NBA Finals yesterday night. The NBA season is officially finished. How you feel about that, man?
It's over.
It's over.
That's
No more basketball till October.
That's sad. It's sad. Wow. We got.
You got the WNBA. You don't watch the WNBA too much?
I don't know about that, but we definitely first, congratulations to the Warriors. They did their thing, But what you think about it?
Yeah, congratulations to the Warriors. You know what? We actually have posted something on Instagram. All of you who aren't following us on Instagram, you got to go follow us on Instagram, S&J Sports Talk Show. But we posted a poll on there just to see where everybody was at and see, did people think they were going to win last night? Were they going to win in 7 or were they going to win in 6? And everybody was like, no, the Warriors are finishing it in 6. And sure enough, they did.
Yeah, I was saying they're going to finish it in 7. But
You said 7, right?
Yeah, I said 7.
Mm-hmm. And at the beginning of the series, I had Boston winning in 6.
Wow.
So I was a little off, but you were right on the right team. You picked the right team to win it.
Mm-hmm.
And were you able to see the game last night?
Yeah, I catch some of the highlights.
You caught some of the highlights?
Yeah.
Okay, all
So I was
right.
driving back, but what you gonna call it?
What'd you see? What'd you see from in the game?
I just saw youth versus experience. Like I said.
Youth versus experience. That's
Yeah.
deep.
Like I said, before the series started, I said the Warriors are gonna win because of their experience. They had Illegala, Curry, Clay. They had all those people who've been to the finals, and then they had some youth people. So it was even if they were to get tired, Jordan Poole, he had 20-some points, and they had Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga. First, when you look at the Warriors team, they're good for years to come. They got a good squad. They got a good squad.
Young guys.
Boston, they didn't really have anyone who's been to the finals. Al Horford, he was there, but he never, he's a vet, but he's never been to the finals
Not
like
the
that.
finals.
So he can't even help them out or anything. So it's
Right. That you could noticeably see that the Boston Celtics were lacking that veteran or championship experience, and it just seemed like Golden State had that confidence. They're like, we about to win this. How y'all want to do it? Do y'all want to go from 3? Do y'all want to go from the free throw line? Or do y'all want us to bring some people in off the bench? Golden State looked like they could have won a multiple variety of ways, and they just were like, let's get this W, let's get this championship. So congratulations to them. We're in California. We're in Sacramento, California, so the Sacramento area. So a lot of people are just celebrating for the Northern California team, for the Bay Area team. So that's a big congratulations to them. It was a fun series, fun NBA season, man.
Yeah, real quick. So, how do you think the Warriors winning the championship, how do you think this changes things for LeBron going forward?
How does it change things for LeBron?
Curry now has 4 rings.
They got the same amount,
They got
right?
the same amount.
Well, I know LeBron doesn't want to have less than Curry because since they were in the NBA at the same time, people are going to say Curry's the better of the two, but they're both great in their own rights. I think LeBron's going to be making some GM moves in the offseason.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some trades coming up in the next couple weeks. There's going to be some free agent signings. The Lakers are going to do some magical behind-the-scenes work and end up getting someone like Giannis in LA or something. You know how LA does. You're like, how did all these people get to, Because let me tell you something. LA is not satisfied without winning a championship. If they don't win a championship, and they weren't even in the playoffs, and they're not even being talked about, it's like...
It don't even gotta be the Lakers. It can be the Clippers too. They just want to see someone win from LA.
Yeah. Well, the Clippers, they haven't got there yet. So they got some ways to go. But the Lakers have a standard and expectation. But you know what? I enjoyed this NBA season. I gotta say, it's so much talent in the NBA, even on some of the teams that aren't really good.
Yeah.
Some of the teams that aren't really good still have talented players. And for example, the Lakers. They had great players. They didn't make the playoffs. And so I know they had some injury stuff, but it's that's how great the talent is in the NBA. Is all of these players. So exciting season though, definitely. Draymond Green, he was doing his thing out there. Curry got his first Finals MVP. That's a blessing. A lot of stuff. I know we talk about basketball a lot here on S&J Sports Talk because that's what we grew up playing. We love talking about the sport. Sometimes my man touches on football a little bit as well. You know, we talk a little football when that season's going. We'll talk track and Olympic stuff when that's going on. Like, we're going to keep talking, but one thing we've been hearing from the audience and the fans of S&J Sports Talk is talk more about your personal lives. Please tell us more about who you are, Stanley. Tell us more about who you are, Jonathan. So at this moment, what we're going to do is we're going to do the old famous question game and just throw out some questions back and forth. That way y'all get to know us a little bit better. We can get to know y'all a little bit better when y'all ask us questions. Put questions down there underneath the video. Put questions in the Instagram post. You know, just keep
even DM us a question. Like,
even DM us. Let us know what we're talking about. Yeah. But we appreciate y'all because that's what we've been hearing from multiple people is talk more about your personal lives and share with people what's going on in your personal lives. So, brother, the personal life for you, man. Let's see. First question we're gonna ask: you got a girlfriend?
No.
Threw him off guard with that one. You said no?
No way.
So there's no girl anywhere who's gonna be like, what? All right, man. We'll go back and forth on the question game, man. We'll go back and forth on the question game. Just a few questions for everybody to know about us. Actually, it's on you.
No sir. Why did you decide to cut your hair?
Oh, why did I cut my hair? You noticed? It's basically.
Well, I definitely noticed.
It's basically for just a fresh start of energy. I had first got my hair twisted about. It was the first week of 2018. At the time, I was going through different changes in life, and I was holding on to a lot of energy. I always had wanted locks when I was younger, though. Like when I was young, I wanted locks, and mom and dad wouldn't even let me really grow my hair out.
Yeah.
we were talking about this earlier. I wasn't allowed to really grow my hair out when I was young.
Not even get locks, braids, or nothing.
Not even a fro. Not even a fro. Forget about the braids. So then, when I got older and I was able to get locks, at that time I wasn't really caring about it, but about 4 to 5 years ago, I was like, I want the locks still. So I went ahead and did it. And it's the funniest thing because all my life, the parents didn't want you to get the locks. They're like, no, like we don't, not right now, not yet. And then when I cut my hair, my mom's looking at me like, where's your hair at? Like, I'm used to your hair. Like, everyone gets used to you in your energy with the hair. So I basically just wanted some fresh energy. I'm going into 30 years old next, in 6 months. So it's time for some fresh energy, and just I always have an opportunity to grow them again. How about yourself? Are you thinking about growing your hair out?
That's really interesting because at school, me and some friends were talking about this. They're like, "Yo, you should grow your hair out." I was like, I have been wanting to grow my hair out for a while, since last year.
Okay.
But
have you grown out before?
I had like a little fro, like
a little
when I was younger.
Okay.
But I had been wanting to get like braids or cornrows for like a while.
Okay.
But mom and dad, they didn't really want that.
Okay.
They didn't really want that. So.
Do you know why they say that? Like, why do mom and dad say?
They have their reasons, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, yeah, I really wanted that. But last year, like early September, I had like a flat top, and I was like, I want something different, right? So I went ahead and cut my hair low, And but yeah,
I remember when you had the flat top. Yeah, it was like just right straight across.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was smooth. So you thinking about growing it back out?
Yeah, I'm thinking about growing it back out. Just so then when I do want some, I can just go get it. I remember the first day I cut my hair. Like I was at school, I had my hoodie on, braid. Everyone was clowning me, braid. It was so funny, but it was like.
Why were they clowning you? Because you had a bald head?
I had a bald head, bro. Cause I cut it to get waves, but I wasn't really I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really focus on my waves like that, to be honest. But even at that, I didn't even think about the part where it's I went and had the waves right when I cut it. So I cut it, and then he showed me in the mirror. I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh.
Sometimes you don't know how you looking until somebody lets you know. Somebody's like, hey. here's a comb. Someone
And
be
this wasn't like we were in 2K where I could just like edit my hair.
Right. No, none of that. None of that. Yeah. So that's what it is, man.
All right, man. So
that's what it is with the hair. But I was gonna say, I know for myself, growing up, there were a lot of things, but the hair was definitely a big one. I always I don't know. It's like as a young person, you just want to be creative.
Yeah.
And you're seeing all these different styles. Like when you see young people always have like some type of colorful hair, nails, something crazy. Like young people are expressive. We wanna express ourselves, and we wanna feel free to express ourselves, and we have a lot of energy that we want to be able to use. And I think sometimes maybe parents might be a little bit fearful of the fact that like my child's going too far out there, or they're going on over to the dark side or the other side or whatever. And so, I just want to say to all the youth out there who have parents and are dealing with their parents in that way, that's a process we all go through. We all go through that, and if you can just learn to, as best as you can, try to understand where your parents are coming from, and then you'll still have opportunity to do whatever you want. The tattoos, the piercings, the hair, the clothing stuff. You're going to be able to express yourself at some point in life. You'll be able to fully do that. Be patient with it. We all had that thing with the parents. We all have that thing where it's like, I'm asking for earrings, and my parents are sitting here having a Bible study with me, and I'm like, hold on a second, I just asked for one earring.
You gotta tell them about that story now. So you brought it up.
Man, which one? I told you so many different ones. Which one?
You came home from college.
Oh, let me tell them the story. Oh man, let me tell them the story. So I had been, just like I had been wanting locks all my life, pretty much. Since I was at least 11 or 12. I had been wanting earrings since I was about 12 years old, and every year I used to ask my parents at my birthday time. I used to be like, "Can I get earrings this year? Maybe at 16, maybe I can get earrings." And so I ended up going away to college. I left to college at Azusa Pacific, trying to just let everyone know a little bit more about who I am and who we are. I went to Azusa Pacific. I went away to school at my freshman year. I was 17 years old when I left. So I went down there at 17 it was like August, and in March I turned 18. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, hold on a second, I'm about to be 18.
You got freedom.
So in my mind, I'm like, bro, I'm independent, I'm on my own. I don't have, no
parents watching.
No parents watching. My friend, she's talking about, I can just take you to the mall real quick and then whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm like, oh. So, my 18th birthday, caught myself a little ride over to the mall, told my friend, I said, we all gonna get our ears pierced. We all gonna do this. My sister was like, Rachel was like, I'm saying my sister like, you don't know her. Rachel was sitting there, that's our oldest sister. She's sitting there, I'm gonna go too. Like, I gotta go, because she went to college with me too. She's like, I'm gonna go watch, because I gotta film this. I can't believe you about to get your ears pierced. She knew everything I had been through with my mom and dad. And so I get my ears pierced. I get both of them, real small, tiny ones. I'm looking in the mirror like I can barely see them. I thought they were gonna be bigger than this. And go back to college. We went to this mall out there in LA and got my ears pierced real quick. Shop the earrings in and go back. And I'm like, I gotta call my dad and tell him that I got my ears pierced. Pick up the phone, call my dad. Dad, how you doing? Woo, woo, woo. All the little small talk out the way. Dad, I got my ears pierced for my 18th birthday. It was quiet. It was no words on the end of the phone at all. And then out of nowhere he says, son, hold on. He's like this the phone. I think I heard you, right? Did you say you got your ears pierced? Man, I was so nervous on the phone call. I'm all the way in LA. My dad's all the way in Sacramento. I'm nervous. I'm like, he's about to come down here. I'm about to drop out of school or something. Like, he's about to kid. I didn't know what was going on.
College or what?
So about 3 weeks later, school's over. Now I'm about to go back home. You got to keep your ears. You got to keep your earrings in for a little while.
Yeah.
Go back home. Before there's even anything, my dad's like looking at my ears, everything. We had this long conversation from the airport back to the house. When we get to the house, my dad's like, while you're at the house, you need to take your earrings out. I was like, yeah, I can't take these. So what I ended up doing was at the house I had to have the earrings covered. I taped them up and had them covered. That was back in the day. That was a good. That was when I turned 18. That's 11 years ago, man.
Wow,
That's
man.
a little over 11 years ago. And what's funny is I don't even wear earrings as much. I still do at times, but not as much. Like back then, I had worn them for so long, got them, wore them, and then I was like, I don't even need to wear these all the time. So that was the story behind the earrings.
How long did they talk to you about the earrings?
Oh man, it was tense for a moment when I got back to the house for maybe a month or so.
Wow, yeah.
And then what made it worse was when I got back with all the friends and family out here in Sacramento, everybody knew of the situation. They're like, yeah, your dad told us you went and got your ears fit. Like, I mean, they felt like I had went away and been the prodigal son. And that's why I tell y'all, it's just a process. Like, you know, it's nothing. Now my parents don't even trip about the earrings. Pretty much all of our siblings have their ears pierced now for the most part. And they didn't even go through half of any of them awkward conversations I had or anything like that. And shout out to my mom and dad, our mom and dad, because they, you know, they raised me correctly and raised me in proper ways and raised us in proper ways. So it's nothing but respect to them. So, but that's a great story to tell, man. That's a great story. You ever had a story like that with our parents, with mom and dad at all, as far as maybe like maybe a situation where it's like, and I don't want you to get in trouble. I know you still live at the house, man, so I don't want, you know, share at will, but any stories with mom and dad that are funny for you?
Not really.
Okay.
Like, we've been pretty good.
Okay, you that's good.
I'm the good son.
That's good. You're 16 years old, so you got some years coming, and you know, I think that was one of me and mom and dad's first big issues was the earrings. You know, I thought I was being respectful by waiting until 18. You know, but I think the image they see it on TV of people with earrings and the braids and everything, they're like, I don't want you to be that. I want, you know. So I understand where parents come from on that regard. But yeah, it was a funny thing, man. It was a funny thing.
Yeah.
Switching topics real quick, and we'll go back to some of the personal life questions. But did you see the NBA Finals? The NBA Finals, and you see after the game, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Jordan, Poole, all of them, they were taking shots at everybody. They were reminding everybody, like we heard everybody who said everything.
He wasn't making the playoffs, everything.
And we weren't making the playoffs. They were even talking about, like, I mean, Curry, you could go watch it on YouTube, but he's basically going through on Brian Windhurst. He's going through on ESPN, Kendrick Perkins, the Boston Celtics fans. He's telling everybody, like, yeah, we did that and we won. I thought that was hilarious. Did you see that Aisha Curry can cook?
Yeah.
Boston was saying that she can't cook, so he came up with a shirt. Aisha Curry can cook. That was tight. That was tight right there.
That's
funny moments. Funny
situations. See, I saw a Boston fan. They had tattooed on their arm, Boston Celtics 2022 champs.
They tattooed it?
A day before the game. So it was like, I was like, wow, why would you do that? I was like,
man, they're gonna have to get that one covered up or something. They're gonna have to change that. The next time they win, they got to change that last two and then change the number.
Hopefully they win next year. He can just change that number.
Add a little 3 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. Real quickly, what's your thoughts as far as right now goes? Do you think the Golden State Warriors can repeat next year, or will they?
No, I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
All these teams gonna be coming for them.
All these teams, but one team specifically. I already told people this. Like before the season, I was like, Kawhi Leonard.
Woo!
I've been telling people, bro, that man is a quiet assassin, bro. He's a quiet assassin. Like Kawhi Leonard, if he's back on the Clippers and like they got like pretty much the same team, I don't even see them losing to the Lakers. Like I really think he's a quiet assassin. He'll just like take over. You know, like Clippers, so hopefully like now he did have like an ACL injury, right? So like I said, like he's not gonna be 100%, but if he's like even close to it, I was like, they can win. They can win.
Well, the Clippers, they definitely could throw a wrench in there, you know, because sometimes it's not even that they'll win the championship, but they might get the Warriors in the playoff series, you know.
They might beat them.
John Morant might not be hurt next year. Someone from the Warriors could possibly be hurt. All that stuff you never know, but like as it goes right now, just looking at the teams, the Warriors look deep, man.
They do.
Because all you did was gave all the younger guys even more confidence, more pride. I know Wiggins is coming back, Poole's coming back, Kuminga's still going to be there. Wiseman's being added to the lineup. Man, I mean, they might let Looney go.
Nah. I'm not going to let him go. They still need him.
They
still need him.
You think so? Even with Wiseman? Okay.
I'm going to say this. If the Warriors, if they lose any one of these three players, there's no way they're going to repeat, all right? If they lose, obviously, like, the stars
Curry,
like
yeah.
Curry, Clay, I'm talking like the role players right now. If they lose Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, or Gary Payton, they're not repeating. They're not repeating.
Shout out to Gary Payton Jr. He plays just like people I know who play basketball in the Bay Area. I don't know if he grew up in the Bay or if he grew up in Seattle, but he plays like guards from the Bay Area. He plays like guards from Northern California. Just the way he hustles. You know, he's not really tall or even like big. He's just it's his mindset. You can tell he just goes at it. And I mean, he made so many crucial plays in the series and throughout the playoffs, even with being injured and coming back. So shout out to him. That Warriors team looks deep, man. They look deep. I think they're gonna be. I think they can repeat. I think they're the team to beat. I'm still a Lakers fan myself, of course, so I'm excited to see what the Lakers end up doing for this next season to make it more interesting, because they're definitely not gonna miss the playoffs again. I'll tell you that. They're definitely not missing the playoffs again.
You think they'll make it to the finals again?
The Lakers?
My bad.
Or the Warriors? I'm
talking about the Warriors.
Oh, you're talking about the Warriors?
Yeah.
Will they make it to the finals again? Yeah, I got them. I got
Next
them.
year?
I mean, right now, I gotta go with them. I gotta go with them right now. What I saw from them in this playoffs, Memphis will have to make some more adjustments. They got a little bit more ways to go as far as experience goes.
Yeah.
We already know about Utah. Phoenix. We haven't heard from them since the first round. Did they make it out the first round?
Second round.
Second round, yeah, just irrelevant teams. All these teams do good all year, and then once they out, they out. So shout out to the Warriors though. But man, it's a lot of stuff happening, man. Let me ask you this: what's your summer plans? Let's go back to some of these personal questions. What are the summer plans for you? We're in June. And so I think you have, a couple months, right? A couple months
yeah.
Being off.
So summer plan first, I'm going to get a job.
Okay.
So I got a few options, but I got a friend.
You got lots of options, as much as you can think of.
He does tech work, and so he said I can do a job for him.
That's smooth.
There, or I can scorekeep out a basketball thing in Rockland or whatnot. So I have a lot of options, to be honest. Or I can just even go get a job.
All right.
Around here, but I'm gonna get a job definitely, and then I'm gonna start making music. Because I do want to start doing that. So.
And you've already been making music, right?
Yeah, I've been making some beats and stuff.
You've been making music, yeah.
But that's really my main focus is to make money and then get in the studio.
That's right on. That's real nice. That's real nice. So making money this summer, and that's perfect because.
And then I gotta grow my social media channels, like my TikTok.
Oh, how about let them know what the social media is? You wanna let them know?
Nah, it's good.
Oh, okay. So you're not ready for it to grow yet. You're like, what time?
So you can find my YouTube channel. Just type in Watch channel, Wat or whatnot.
Wat. How do you spell that one?
WATT.
WATT.
Yeah.
Times 2, right?
Yeah.
So Wat.
Yeah. And then if you go to the channels, you'll see mine be like the W thing.
Okay.
We'll put it on this video.
All right. You said that's TikTok?
Yeah.
No,
TikTok. that's my YouTube.
On YouTube, follow my man Wat.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
And I'll post a link to the channel in the description. If y'all
okay. Right on.
Yeah, you can definitely find that. We're gonna be doing pranks and stuff, me and my friends, so we'll be on there.
Okay, yeah. I've seen some of the video editing that you and people do. I'm like, that's real nice. And man, did you see the man he's like a YouTuber or he's some type of social media influencer, but he impersonated Klay Thompson and he got into the NBA Finals game.
I saw that, yeah.
He walked
he was shooting buckets
on the court.
Yeah.
On the court. And all they did was ban this man. I was like, man, they would have thrown me in jail. They would have been talking about trespassing and all types of stuff. This man went in the players' area. Y'all know how dangerous this could have been.
Well,
With
like,
everything going on right
he still
now.
went through security.
He did go through security.
Yeah.
So the players still go through security
But
and all that
still,
type of
still,
stuff.
it was like whatever, man. It was
Yeah.
like, how does that
That's,
even
I
happen?
mean, how do you not ID players? Because,
And honestly, bro, if he didn't post on social media, he might have gotten away with it.
oh, you think so?
Yeah, he might have gotten away with it.
He could just walked and sat in the crowd, huh?
He could have just walked out.
Yeah, that was funny. Y'all go look it up. Just
That's
type in
funny,
Klay
man.
Thompson impersonator. Some of y'all will see it. He's a podcaster. He dresses up like Klay Thompson and he walked in the arena. Was it game 5 maybe? I think
so,
it was
yeah.
game 5. He walked in the arena dressed like Klay Thompson, dressed like he was about to play. And he just starts walking through security, walking through. All the people in the hallways are like, hey, Clay, let's get him tonight. He's like, we got this, man. We gonna win. You already know. Warriors in 6. Like, he's doing his little thing. And then he walks all the way through the players area, and he's on the court, and he starts shooting. I'm looking at this guy like, what? How did this guy pull this off, man? So that was actually really interesting right there.
That was.
Yeah, real interesting. Man, but that's good, man. You talked about summer plans, man. I've been working in the Bay Area lately.
But no, how you like?
Yeah.
How you liking the Bay?
Yeah, man. I was out there in Bay Area, San Francisco area or whatnot, and was working with that old famous warehouse Amazon, and working these overnights with Amazon, making that money for a little bit, for a little while. And honestly, man, to be honest, the first day I went there, I got in an argument with the manager, and I should have known that was going to happen because I went there. You know, I'm working my magic, and there's a reason for me being there for the time I'm there. But the first day I get there, first night I should say I get there, they put you in the warehouse, and they're like, all right, they don't do no training. They just like, all right, go ahead and go.
Yeah.
And so I'm working, and this lady. This manager, I'll say that, younger than me, I'll say that. I'm just gonna say that.
That's the first problem.
She came up to me and she was just like, well, I met all the managers. Like I see the manager's table, I met all the managers, and she wasn't even looking at me or talking to me. So I'm like,
wow.
I was like, she must not be a manager. But then I said, hello, I'm Stanley. Like, are you a manager? Woo, woo. She's like, oh hi. She started doing all the little fake stuff. So I'm like, oh okay, I know what you about. I see what you want. You didn't want to talk to me until you realized I'm gonna talk to you first. So she can't talk to me. A couple hours later, I'm working. I'm minding my business. Stanley, can you go? So I'm like, oh, so you can talk to me now when you need to tell me to do something, but you can't talk to me when I'm just meeting all the managers and you know that I'm a new employee. I'm wearing the new employee outfit and all that type of stuff. You're not going to talk to me. But now when you need some work done, let's go find the biggest, strongest person we can find to go do this work. No. So I end up doing whatever the task is that she needed, and then like maybe 30 minutes later, she comes over and starts talking about my time. Now, mind you, I'm in my first day at work. There's no time limit or whatnot I'm supposed to be on anything like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, needless to say, man, that first couple of days, I had it with a couple of those managers, and I'm real respectful, real smooth, but I'm also like, y'all gotta be respectful back. And so we've had some issues there, but I'm making my money, and that's the only reason I've been there, is just to make them money for a little while.
It's the only reason everyone's there.
It's the only reason everybody's there, man. And what's so funny is when you talk to people about it, everybody's like, what? You were working at Amazon? I'm like, yeah. They're like, man, it's crazy. Good luck trying to work there. Woo, woo. But everybody use Amazon. So I'm like, all of y'all use Amazon, but y'all all act like Amazon's a bad job to do, but all of y'all use Amazon. Everybody I know uses Amazon. That's why the warehouse is non-stop all the time.
Yeah, this order's always coming through.
Orders all the time.
Yeah.
And in the Bay Area, man, I'm like, this is some crazy stuff. So it's good money to be made, and it's definitely something that a lot of people can go and do if they need to make money. You have a lot of immigrants who come over and they go right there because it's like you can go there and just start making money immediately. Don't gotta jump through hoops. Don't gotta have no degrees. Don't gotta be, go through all these interviews where people are like, so why do you want to work with us? Because I want to get paid. That's why I want to work. I want to get paid.
I don't even know when they ask that question. They're like, why do you want to work here? Like, why?
Yeah. Tell us about your experience with this. Now, one thing I will say about Amazon is the managers are not people's persons.
Yeah.
Let me say that. They be sitting there at their little laptops, you try to talk to them, you're trying to tell them about what you're like, hey, Jake, where is the gym? Over there on the fourth floor of the end. And you're like, you can't even make eye contact with me or nothing. Like, people just act like they're so busy and they're just not people's persons, but no one's there except to make money. That's the thing. No one's there for anything else. And I go there to learn because we have a business. We run Sip of Life, our smoothie company. I have businesses where I want to learn from somebody. So if I make a move, it's to learn. Yeah. I go to Amazon, it's not just for the money, it's to learn. I'm learning how Bezos really put his operation together. I'm watching everything, all the fine details of how he put his operation together. I'm like, how do I get my products into these warehouses? You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot more to it. You got to think outside the box. You cannot be in this system just trying to make money. You got to be in this system accomplishing your goals. And there's so many different ways to accomplish your goals. You might pull on this for a little bit. You might pull energy from here. You might pull money from here. But you just accomplish your goals. That's the main goal, is accomplishing it. All this money stuff is fake. You all know money is printed. It's created. It's like, they can print as much of it. If you're broke, they can print you some more money right now. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? They can print you some money, but they say, now you got to go work.
Yeah, go work.
Yeah, we don't have no money to give you. But you print the money. You don't have no money to give you. So it's funny, man. They print money for what they need, and it's just interesting stuff. But I'm definitely learning a lot of what Bezos did with his company.
He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. Like people really hate on like him, Elon Musk, and those rich people.
The leak money.
If you really look at what they did, like they start off not having a lot of sales a day. Like they start off like every other business, but they're just like they made the right moves, met the right people, and they just grew.
Right, and you can always learn from anyone. Yeah. You can learn from anyone because there's things that people do well, there's things that people don't do well. And one thing I've learned about business, and you probably learned this too, is anything that happens in business starts from the top down. If you own a business, like the employees and the attitude of the culture of the employees is always going to reflect who's at the top. So one thing I learned is everything's about production. So that's what it seems like Amazon's all about, is production. Some of y'all order from Amazon and get your orders within an hour, within 2 hours. That's how they work you at the warehouse. Production. We don't want to hear about you being sick. We don't want to hear about you taking a break. We want to hear about, did you reach your quota? That's what they want. So it's amazing, and it produces certain stuff, but they also have a high turnover rate because of the fact that they're not people's persons. I don't know about Bezos, but he might not really be a people's person. Yeah. He might not be the best person, most personable person, or whatnot. But we are making that money as well, and we are doing what we have to do right now. So that's that. But that's why we've struggled with being able to get on here with you all as often as we like to, because of the fact that I have been in the Bay Area. You've been out here in Sacramento, so we try to connect when we can. We're gonna have to start doing what ESPN First Take do. We're gonna have to start doing them virtual shows.
Then we had like some issue with COVID and stuff too. So
COVID.
Some of us got that. So
we did, and even our last video, man, the lighting, apologize, but it's all good because we're gonna keep, no matter what happens, we're gonna keep giving y'all content. We're gonna keep coming out with different episodes and keep rolling with this. Like I said, follow us on Instagram, SNJ Sports Talk. Follow us on YouTube at SNJ Sports Talk. And follow us on Spotify at SNJ Sports Talk Show. Yeah. So we're on all of those platforms. More to come soon. We're working on shirts right now. We're working on a lot of different things. But yeah, it's good stuff. I think we coming to a close on this episode. Do we have anything else we need to cover on this episode? I feel like there's so many more things that maybe we're supposed to touch on.
More questions. More personalized questions.
Okay. How are we on the
It's your turn.
Okay. All right. It's my time?
It's your turn. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Question for Jonathan, I gotta ask is, do you have an occupation? Do you have an occupation that you see yourself in the future? An occupation in the future?
I mean, I see myself in everything. To be honest, like I dream of everything.
You dream of everything?
There's not one thing.
Do you dream of being a bus driver?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I thought I was gonna get him on one. He said, "Yeah, I think of that too."
No, I think
you would be the greatest bus driver. Is what you're saying? You're saying I would be the greatest bus driver I could be.
Probably could.
Yeah.
No, like I literally think.
We need some nicer bus drivers, man.
Nah.
You been on the bus driver? You been on the bus lately?
I
When's the last time you been on the bus?
The last time was last summer with my friends.
How was that?
We going to the mall. Actually, they're pretty cool. So the first driver on the way to the mall, he was like whatever, like he was just doing it. I don't know what he was doing it for.
Okay.
Then the lady on the way back, she was cool. She was like trying to talk to us, but like one of my friends, like he was like he went to sleep on the bus and whatnot. It was funny, but they were like pretty cool actually.
Okay.
But there have been so many bus drivers that I've been on before.
Yeah, man, it's always good to go, and I've always told you to get on the light rail, get on the bus, just to experience life from other people's perspectives. Sometimes when you're used to a car, I hear certain young people, they're so used to a car or Uber and stuff that they don't know what it's like to be trying to get your little couple of dollars together just to get across town, and then you're on the light rail, and you got these guards on the light rail talking about you got to get off the light rail if you don't have to pay for your ticket. I mean, you're dealing with some of the poor of the society, and it's good to see how it's good to be around them, see how they're living, and always be able to relate with them and be relatable with them. Don't ever be too good to understand the other perspective of life, you know. So yeah, the bus, the light rail. So whatever you do would be a great occupation. I felt that way at 16 too.
Yeah.
I felt like anything I chose to do, if I chose to go to work at McDonald's, I was like, that's about to be the most poppin'est McDonald's ever. Like the best customer service. Employees gonna love to work there with me. Like I'm gonna be a manager. I'm not about to sit here, you know. So anything, that's a great spirit to have, man. That's great stuff. Yeah.
Let's see. One last question.
Okay.
Let's see here. All right. So. What would probably if you could go to one concert?
Ooh, concert.
Where would you go to?
One concert of someone who's like right now.
Yeah, it was alive.
You know who I would go? You know who I would love to see in concert would be. I feel like it would be E40. I have not seen E40 in concert. I've had opportunities, but I feel like he's a California legend. You know, he's a California legend. He's been doing his thing since the 80s, and a lot of his music, I mean, going back to even like literally to the 80s, is like classic music. So he would be somebody, I feel like, just that Bay Area energy and everything. I think he would be one of the people I'd want to see in concert, and maybe also. I just leave it at E40 for right now. I don't want to stretch it. I don't go to too many concerts, but I was thinking, you know, I like going to reggae concerts. You know, I like reggae. I went and saw Stephen Marley some years back, and that was a really good concert. Like he came out there and just the spiritual energy in the atmosphere. Everybody was up there with their locks and everything. You know, of course I don't have the locks no more, but I mean it was just like a great atmosphere there. So I like that type of stuff. I like, you know, all of that. But speaking of that concerts, I heard Drake had an album drop. What?
Oh yeah.
Today or yesterday?
Last night, yeah.
Was it yesterday? Have you heard it?
I haven't listened to it. I listened to like a few songs, but I don't even listen to Drake like that.
Is it? Let me ask this: is it like a R&B more so, or is it more on the hip hop side?
It's more on the hip hop side.
It's more on the hip hop side. Okay, so sometimes he be dropping them albums. You don't know if it's gonna be R&B, if it's gonna be what. But I mean, he always has beats. He always has beats and rhythm and all of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, is it called Honestly?
Honestly, never mind.
Honestly, never mind. He always got them titles. Always got them thank me laters, thank me nows, all that. And you know, I remember being in college when his first one dropped, and everybody was going to buy it. Everybody was going to listen and just be like, okay, what's this about? Like everybody was all excited. So he's still dropping albums. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. So I'm sure I haven't listened to anything from him recently, but I definitely probably will be hearing some stuff in the future because I mean, once Drake drops an album, you be hearing it all over the place. Like you can't, there's nowhere to go. Exactly. But lately, I've been on that Kendrick, man. I've been on that last Kendrick album. Man, that thing is vicious. I love that thing. It's very very spiritual.
He took over the summer.
Yeah.
He took over the summer with the album. Yeah, it was good.
Nobody has that style. He just is in his own lane with his style. And I think everybody right now, that's a beautiful thing, is a lot of people are in their own style. You know, that's a lesson to just be an individual. Don't try to be like everybody else, because now no one knows what makes you unique. You're trying to be unique yourself, you know? Bezos wasn't trying to be like Walmart. He was trying to be like Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You, and whatever you do, you want to be like you. You want to be wop. Like you said, wop. You don't want to be like someone else. You know what I'm saying? So those are great things right there. Let me ask one more question. And I think I just asked one more question about the album, right? I was saying, yeah. So I guess we can wrap it up at that point. We can wrap it up. And as I said before, go and follow us on all platforms at S&J Sports Talk, YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify. We make sure we get those Spotify videos to you all as well, so you can just listen to the audio. And then on YouTube, you can also get the video playback. Make sure you all leave comments and questions. We appreciate y'all. We love talking with y'all. We really do. We love talking with y'all. And there's so much more stuff to talk about. We will talk a little bit about the WNBA, because I watch the WNBA. I like basketball. You know what I'm saying? So I can watch basketball from anyone and who's playing the game. It was tough to watch Game 6 of the NBA Finals. They weren't playing good basketball. Not to go say words. I'll call it the Boston Celtics. Turning the ball over, not playing as a team, all of that. So we're going to get up out of here. S&J Sports Talk Show. Anything for you, man?
Nah, take care, for real.
Peace.